What's up, everybody? This is Sports Talk with Austin. Today is Thursday, October 17th. Glad I had my MacBook up for that. We have our guest, Kaiser, back again. He's probably going to be a regular. Probably going to be a regular on the show. Dude, last night, I haven't really been watching the WNBA finals, but Sabrina Usenek, I probably fucked that up, drilled a logo
Ionescu? Is that
Dude,
it?
I wrote it down here, and I don't, what's it called when you, sound it out, pretty much?
Oh, like a phonetic spelling?
Yeah, it was, UNESCO, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's not even, the right phonetic one. It's, one for my brain. So I'm like, this is how it's going to sound for me. Yeah, she was, a foot or two inside the logo. I think it was, 60. It was 87 to 87 or 67. There was a 7 at the end.
Okay.
And it made it a whole number. I just remember that.
Copy that.
Did I write down the score? No, I didn't care that much.
Well, it was a WNBA game, so I'm guessing
I just watched the highlights.
27 to 30, maybe?
It was up there. It's the WNBA championships. I'm not even going to lie, though. It's the Liberty versus the Lynx, the Minnesota something.
Lynx.
Yeah, them. I saw that, and I was like, I've never fucking heard of them.
WNBA fun fact, which never thought that was something that would come out of my mouth. That's Caitlin Clark's, favorite team. She grew up watching them.
Oh, really?
I think she's a Minnesota kid.
Oh, okay. I thought she was, born and raised in Ohio, went to Ohio. I guess Ohio's kind of close to there, so.
And she went to Iowa, so that would also factor into your theory about her being from Ohio and playing for Ohio.
I meant Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant, my bad.
No, yeah, okay.
There was an I and an O. And
four-letter state,
Yeah.
they'll run together.
I've been to them both. They're close,
No, but Sabrina Ionescu, fucking...
Yeah. I was insane. Game was tied, and there was 1 second left after she made it, so, that shot was sent into overtime, or it was in the game, and she's
Was it just pull... Did she just pull up, or what?
Dude, she was at the top of the logo, dribbled around a little bit, and then I was just fuck it, we ball, and just
No shit.
bang. I'll try to add the clip into it so they can see it too, but yeah, it was fucking gnarly.
That's rad. I'll have to fucking check it out.
It was some Caitlin Clark shit. It's kind of weird to say that as a rookie year, that someone that's won a WNBA championship did some Caitlin Clark shit, but...
So I was, last weekend I went to, Gamebridge Fieldhouse, which is where the Fever and the Pacers play.
We need to go to a game next year.
Absolutely. I wanted to go to one this year, but fucking tickets kind of jumped. It was kind of...
It was kind of at the point I'm all right, I don't want to pay that much to go watch Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this year they go down. If they don't, then I'll be like, it's the price it is to watch Caitlin Clark, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I definitely think we should catch one. I think... I don't know what she's going to do. I could see her sticking around and, wanting to build... Indiana's a pretty good spot for her.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking clean-cut white girl, basketball player.
Yeah.
She is going to be loved by almost everyone in this state.
Yeah, I feel like the only place that's, better for her would have been, over in Cali or something, where it's just a whole bunch of rich people, and they're like, oh, this person's popular? You're like, yeah, I'll go pay.
But she seems like she would rather be kind of left alone.
Yeah, more low key.
I don't think she would fuck with the spotlight of being in LA. Here she drives 20 minutes outside of downtown. She's in Carmel.
Oh yeah, and not that many people are gonna notice her.
No, and then 40 minutes outside, you're in bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah,
where
you're 10 minutes more north, and then you're fucking possibly at this location right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then you start going farther, you get closer to Chicago, and then they're not going to like you because the whole...
Angel Reese thing.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
These views are only representative of me, Isaiah Kaiser, and not this podcast that I'm guest starring on.
Yep, there we go. That's every guest.
Me specifically. Yeah. You guys will see.
I was just throwing it out there.
No, fair enough. But... No, I was at Gamebridge watching the Billy Strings shows.
How was that?
Holy shit, bro!
You went back-to-back nights, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I went to both of them. And the first night I was so they had we'll just take a little sidetrack. Well, let me finish the Caitlin Clark shit, and then I'll tell you about Billy. But I took my mom to the first night, and we were sitting up in our seats, and they have like Caitlin Clark banners everywhere. My mom doesn't really know sports or anything. And I'm sitting there baked out of my mind. You know, it's Billy Strings. I ate some edibles. My mom was pretty stoned too. And there's people in the seats all around us. And they got a big banner, Caitlin Clark, up. And my mom goes, "Oh, Isaiah, look, isn't that girl that you like?" And I was like, "Yes, but don't say that too loud. Like, I don't want people...
Don't say it like that.
I don't want people to know that I'm fucking watching WNBA game. Like... Say I'm gay. Say something fucking less offensive than... I don't want...
Did you say it exactly like that?
Verbatim.
Dude, because that sounds like what your mom would do when you're in high school.
Oh, I swear. Dude, I love my mom to death. The entire night, though, I went into it knowing it was going to feel like I was in high school. Then it did. It was... The only difference was we were getting baked together, so it made it way, way better than in high school. But no, the fucking concert. So the first night, they had the stage like where the basket would be, like on that side of the court, and then they had all of the seats behind the stage blocked off, like curtained off, so they didn't sell those. First night, if the arena is a clock and 6 o'clock is the stage, I was at 2 o'clock. Like in the upper section, so I was almost as far away as you could go.
So like 6 o'clock, and then is it going clockwise still? So it's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, like I'm like facing the band off to the. If you're the band, you're looking out at the crowd.
This is
terrible for the audience. This is hard.
Yeah. So if you're like, I'm in the seat, and this is the stage. That's 6 o'clock.
Wait,
and then
we have this video. So I'm Billy Strings. You guys are the audience. I was up there.
Okay. Damn, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
In my brain, I wanted to know how this was working.
I was at the top of your door frame. And so that was cool because I had my mom and I knew that like being close would be a lot for her. Because it's a very like hippie crowd and like it's hippie mixed with country, which is a fucking, you get moonshine and acid fucking in the same belly and you see some fucking creatures. Lady had a seizure the first night in the pit, and they like had to get help for her and shit. And I saw on Facebook that she posted she did in fact survive.
Okay, nice. Did she say why she had it, or was it?
No, but Billy was like, "Everybody be careful out there, especially if you're doing drugs." And it was, my mom laughed loud enough to where everybody was like, "Oh, this lady is on mushrooms for sure." No, lady had a seizure, and then like 4 songs later, a couple got engaged. So we saw fucking life end and life create or something. But
damn, that's a roller coaster.
But it was rad. I saw like one song live that he'd never done live before off his new album. Fucking, it was cool. Second night, I went solo. I actually met up with Clayton and Camden.
Oh, shit.
There.
Really?
Yep, they were there, and they showed up right as I did. And
I haven't seen him since high school.
He looks like an alien. It terrified. I told him to his face. Like, I talked to him for like 45 seconds, and I was like, I have to tell you because I can't stop thinking this. You look like an alien. I haven't seen you since you had long hair, and it's fucking me up. I was like, no, we're good. Just go back to... He's like, yeah, I know.
No, the only picture I see is his Facebook picture, which it's kind of recent.
Yeah.
But he still looks like a high schooler in it. And I'm like, damn, dude, like, this dude hasn't changed. Has he? Or does he still look like he's possibly 18?
No, yeah, he could he looked younger than Camden. And
damn. Hey, good for him, I guess.
Oh, no, for sure. Like,
yeah.
But met up with them the second night.
Side note, it wasn't the most ideal backyard baseball setup.
It was
it was efficient, and the way he had it, the rules worked, and it was so goddamn fun.
I dislocated my hip back there.
Oh, damn.
And then went to the emergency room and saw you guys.
Oh, fuck. Why was I there?
Your stepmom had a heart attack or something.
No.
Somebody had a heart attack.
I don't think it was a heart attack.
It was heart stopped.
It was probably my stepdad or something. I didn't think it was that severe. I feel like I would have remembered it.
It was pretty severe because I remember...
I was chilling talking to you.
I know. I remember It was like a discussion in our family. We were like, wow, he seemed like surprisingly put together for the severity of the situation he's in.
I don't think I was aware of this situation then.
Nice. I swear to God, it was like your stepmom had died or something. It was something crazy. But anyway,
it was my stepmom because I wouldn't have been there because it would have been on my dad's side.
I don't know.
I was there with my mom. Oh, anyways.
I can't remember.
I'm not getting the economics of my family right now, but
I was fucking. I went down. I was pitching. I remember it was the fucking bottom of the seventh. I was on the mound. There was a runner on first with 2 outs, and there was a little dinker ground ball back to me, and I went to field it, and it had just rained, and I like fielded it, and as I was going to throw, my fucking right leg slipped on the grass, and I did the full splits.
Damn.
I just felt my right hip go like, and I was just like immediately. I thought I broke my femur, but like, I think I was being a pussy because I think I would have like passed out from the pain.
Yeah.
But it hurt.
Yeah, it would have been crazy to break your femur.
Well, dude, I just remember like not being able to move my leg, and then like writhing in pain and being able to move again, and then my parents like backed the minivan in the backyard, loaded me up because they were like, "There's no way we can afford an ambulance. You're playing travel baseball. It's you play travel baseball or we get an ambulance." And went to the hospital, and then we met up with you guys. But anyways, back to the fucking concert. I was debating on whether I was going to go to both nights. And then the second night, I was fucking out getting stoned, and I checked my bank account, and I was like, I did way better last night than I thought I'm going to go tonight for sure. So I bought a ticket for, it was like $100. It was supposed to be like a level lower. So like the first section of seats up from the floor, right behind the soundboard. And like I bought it. Like got ready, I was getting ready to leave, and I got an email from Ticketmaster that they double sold my ticket, and the fucking person they double sold it to claimed it before I had. So they were like, "Don't worry, we'll fucking send you a replacement ticket." I'm like, "All right, cool." So they sent me a replacement ticket that was like 2 sections up, better like closer to the stage on the side. And I was like, "Fucking hey!" I think I was like 17 rows up from the floor, and like,
oh damn! So you got hooked up on them fucking up.
Well, go to claim those, get another email that they did the same fucking thing. And so they send me another email, and they're like, we have one more replacement we can do for you. If you don't want to do that, we can just give you a voucher for the money you paid to use it another time. And I emailed them back, and I was like, yo, you can give me whatever ticket that's like that you think is equal to the seats that I paid for. Like, I don't care where it's at, as long as I can see the stage, I'll be happy. And I get an email back, and they're like, dope, we got your tickets. Fine, like, these are good, these are yours. Dude, I think I was 8 rows up off the floor, 2 sections from the stage, right up off the side of the court. They were like $350 tickets.
Damn, you got hooked up. I feel like it was maybe because you were like calm about the situation. You're like, I just want a fucking ticket.
Dude, I swear. And it's kind of easy because, like, I'm going solo. Like,
oh, yeah.
You're not trying to get, like, 4 seats together at the last. I'm like, I need 1. Like,
oh, yeah.
Just find me. You can put me in the fucking rafters with a pair of binoculars and I'll be good. But, no, it was rad. That was the first time I'd been in the Pacers Stadium.
Oh, really?
In, like, 20 years. It's pretty dope in there.
Actually, I went to a Pacers game, a playoff game against the Bucks.
Damn.
And it was fucking rocking in there, and it was fucking fun. And they ended up winning, too. It was when Giannis was out, so it was kind of...
Oh, no, I did. I went to see LeBron play there.
Oh, shit, really?
When he was with Cleveland, I took my little brother for his birthday, like my senior year of high school, bought him tickets, showed up, and LeBron was in his fucking suit and tie during warm-ups. And I was like, this motherfucker. They had, like, just clinched the playoff spot and had, like, 10 games left, and he decided he was going to sit the game out.
That's tough.
So we just watched him kick the shit, or...
Get the shit kicked out of him?
They got the shit kicked out of him, yeah.
I guess as an Indiana fan, it's kind of cool, but...
I don't care. I don't like I'm a Heat fan. I was just there.
Oh, yeah.
My brother wanted to see LeBron. And that was the fucking one chance, because now we know that he got fucked by Diddy, and nobody likes him anymore.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
I have not been following the Diddy thing at all.
Just take my word for it.
Yeah, I just want more concrete evidence too.
Nah, that's all you need. I said it.
All right,
You
I
heard me,
believe it.
didn't you?
Yeah. So I guess LeBron got fucked by Diddy. That's wild.
Heard it here first. Breaking news.
Yeah, from Kaiser. From Diddy getting fucked LeBron to the MLB.
Nice. That was cool. All right. I had to acknowledge it. That was the first like sports show transition I've ever heard you do. I'll just let you do them now and pretend like it's normal business.
Yeah. So I can't even think about. I mean, LeBron's getting slammed.
A lot of dark meat.
The Dodgers beat the shit out of the Mets again last night, 8-0. They're
The Doctors?
The Dodgers.
I swear to God, you said the Doctors.
Nah, I said Dodgers. I got it on recording.
We'll run it back.
Yeah, we will. I can't even tell how far back. Yeah, they won 8-0. They're up 2-1 in the series. None of the games have been close at all. It's been like 8-0, 8-0, and then when the Mets won, it was what, fucking...
Goddamn Dodgers are hot
7-3.
right now.
Yeah, the Dodgers are. The Yankees, I think they're going to fucking run away with that series, too. They're up 2-0. They've won 5-0 and 6-3, so the Dodgers do have a chance at taking a 3-1 series lead tonight. The Yanks, I think, have a chance of taking a 3-0 series lead tonight.
Who are you rooting for?
I want the Indians to win or the Guardians. They're always the Indians to me.
Facts.
They have a chance of getting one back, but the Yanks, they got... I was looking at the pitching matchups for this, and it's not making sense for me a lot. So they got Clark Schmidt on the mound. Heading into the postseason, he was 5-5 with a 2.5 ERA and 45 innings on the year. Only 45. Postseason, he has one game pitched, 4.2 innings, 4 hits, 4 Ks, and he gave up 2 runs. He's pitching against Matthew Boyd, another guy. I don't know if they're the AL side's doing this like. They're just rotating pitchers in. Because if they are, then maybe this makes sense. But
Just fucking like throw him an inning. And pull him.
but Matthew Boyd, he's starting. He's 2-2 on the year. He only has 40 innings pitched in the regular season and 6 innings posted in the postseason.
You said that's for the Mets, right?
No, this is the Yanks Guardians series.
This is Yanks Guardian.
Yeah. 2.7 ERA on the season, so on the regular season. He has been pitching well. And the 6th inning, damn, that was a good ankle pop.
That was a great ankle pop.
He hasn't given up a run in the 6 innings.
No.
I want the Indians to win, but I think the Yanks are going to take a 3-1 or 3-0 lead and probably close it out on a 4-1.
Although, silver lining, Yankees, the Rizzler.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about this. There is a lot of people I like on the Yanks and the Dodgers. It's just I don't like the organization.
Exactly. I don't like the Yankees.
Yeah, because like Freddie Freeman, I like him.
Yep.
Shohei, like him. And then I like Aaron Judge. Yep. I like Rizzo. Gleyber
I like
Torres.
Boone. I like their coach. I like the
it's
fucking...
just if you took all those players and put them on a different team, I'd root for them.
I'm just not going to root for the Yankees.
Or the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Or the Mets.
Do you have any fucking football teams like that you're just not going to root for?
The Patriots, because I'm a Colts fan, but like honestly, there's not really many people I like on the Patriots. So
yeah,
I was a firm hater of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, but after they left the Patriots, I'm like, all right, like I fuck with Bill. Him, like seeing him on TV and stuff and like podcast. It is great to see.
That's the Manning cast. Which shout out Stream East. They put the Manning cast on Stream East now, so that's how I watch. Whenever that's on, that's my choice.
I saw a clip of Dana. He was talking about watching a boxing match.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, you bought it?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I'm pretty sure Dana uses Stream East too.
Dude, it's so like even when the games are on one of the fucking services I pay for.
Yeah, just top over there.
Should we talk about this on?
Dude, everybody knows about Stream Eats.
I don't know.
The fucking government tried to take it down, and Stream Eats is like, we have so many fucking servers, you can try, and it's not gonna work.
Dude,
So everybody knows about it, and they said, "Fuck you, watch this," and
Well, I remember
I've
you turned me on to it.
still been using it. Oh, dude, anybody I talk to about sports, I'm like, "Do you use Stream East?" And if they're like, "No," I'm like, "All right, dude, it's kind of a pain in the ass to navigate on the phone. I wouldn't use it like on a family laptop, but this is how you do it, and you can watch any sport you want." And they're like, "Any sport?" I'm like, "Just about any fucking sport." I'm
Yeah.
like, "These are all the sports," and I like run them through one, like, because you know how you got click on it, close it, click on it, close. Does yours do that?
Yeah, and you don't know, like, it could be 1 or it
Yeah.
could be 6.
I was gonna say most of the time it tops out at like 3. Sometimes if it's asking real funky, it'll be like 4 or 5 for me, but like 3 is usually like the hot spot of
Yeah.
like ones I gotta open and close.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so you just got off work. Do you care what I say where you work or?
We're machine shop.
Okay, yeah. Or is it, machine shop? What, CNC guy?
Yeah, CNC.
It's a pretty big place, so you've probably used or seen other products, but
you know them. You know them.
Yeah.
I feel like this may actually get more views than our other project that we did. So I'm still
Yeah.
gonna say some wild shit, and
I was actually thinking about taking down some of the episodes on that and just having some personal collection.
nope.
It still may happen.
Leave them up. I'm gonna fucking rip them down and re-upload them before you can take them down.
I actually go to. No, we need to talk about more productive things than we are right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna start talking about me cleaning my MacBook.
That's for the other project. That's some
Yeah.
shit we'd talk about on that one. Which is the Holocaust. If anybody wants to check that out. We have 17 episodes banked?
I think 13.
13.
13 to 15.
It's not done. It'll be back
Yeah.
in some form or another.
Don't listen to them. They're not that. They're not worth the listen.
They're not.
This
They're
content
somehow
right here.
worse than this.
That's what I'm getting ready to say.
Oh shit. No, okay. I gotta tell you this fucking story about work last night. So we had this fucking dude come in. It was like a safety convo fucking presentation thing. They've been talking about it for a month. And suppose this guy's name was like Charlie something and worked for ExxonMobil or whatever. And he was involved in this explosion and like got all fucked up. Then he like travels around and talks about how you should follow the safety rules.
Was he on an oil rig?
I don't know. Because we didn't get to talk to Charlie. We got Charlie's opener because we're fucking third shift and nobody gives a shit about us. So instead of having this fucking like well-spoken businessman from fucking, you can look him up. If you look up Charlie, Exxon, it's 2 X's. But it'll be like well, does it have anything? Come on, Jamie. That's Charlie Moorcraft. I think that's him. That's the guy that we were supposed to get. And what happened to him?
In his personalized one-on-one safety presentation.
Into your mic, maybe.
Safety presentation. Charlie talks about his journey from death's door following a refinery explosion at the cost of an accident then and even to this day, 30 years later, from a shortcut he took at the job, resulting in being burned over 50% of his body, 5 years in the hospital.
Oh, that's what we're like. So basically, I guess like he talks about how he fucked himself up and then his wife left him. His daughter was all fucked up, ended up overdosing and dying.
Oh, damn.
But I heard all this from one of the first shifters when they came in today because the dipshit that talked to us was just some fucking electrician that blew his arms off, fucking cutting a live wire with bolt cutters. And so this guy shows up and like the fucking, you just saw Charlie. See how he's like a taller fucking white haired, like well put together looking guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know.
A Muppet?
Yeah, that's. Oh, he has a fucking.
That is. There's a face on that thing.
Maybe that's.
It looks like a fucking paper bag with a face drawn on it.
Maybe he's got a prosthetic face or something. I don't know. But anyway, The dipshit they sent us was just a fucking electrician that cut a live wire with bolt cutters, and it fucking blew his hands off.
Yeah.
And so he fucking goes through this whole thing, and like he was wearing leather gloves and not the rubber insulated gloves. And he went to cut a ground, and he touched the handle to the live, and then when he went to cut the ground, fucking zapped his hands and shot out his armpit. Fucking, he showed us pictures, and he has like the dinosaur hands, and they're all fucking balled up because I guess it contracts all the muscles. And it like fried all the nerves. When they pulled the gloves off, it pulled the fucking skin off his hands.
Damn.
And like, it was pretty gnarly. It wasn't half as gnarly as the shit that I'll see on Reddit tonight when I go home and I'm fucking laying in bed. But still,
good nightcap for you. Just look at the most fucked up shit you can see and be like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed.
I know it's probably not good for me, but you know what? There's something to be said about watching dudes get ripped apart in like a lathe, and then going to work and fucking starting up your lathe, and then you kind of look at it and you're like, that Russian dude got turned into applesauce last night on Reddit. Like, let me fucking make sure my hair's back. Let me fucking sleeves up. No fucking threads hanging. I think it's good, though. Like, you watch enough people get fucking slammed into in the sidewalk because they're not paying attention, then you start watching traffic when you're walking.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever had, like, a scare where you're like, I was very close to dying? Or seriously injuring myself? Or maybe even just injuring yourself, and you're like, all right, like...
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of them.
I had one where... So the last place I worked, you're supposed to wear fucking gloves when you drilled.
Yeah.
And that's obviously not fucking normal at all. But like, oh, these are breakaway gloves. So at the fingertips, they're supposed to rip off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what if it catches my hand and does it? And like, you have to wear gloves. And one time I'm drilling. And
That's terrible.
Dude, I know. And I like to keep, like, I have a little fucking callus right here.
Yeah.
I used to. And on both thumbs. When I'm drilling, I'd put it on there so I could feel the speed of my drill. And I'd like take it off. It got too hot and shit. And I was like doing that. And it got like where the chuck ends and then like the handle part of the drill comes back. It got caught in there and it fucking ripped my hand around. And I didn't wear gloves after that. And the safety guy was like, hey, you got to wear gloves. And I was like, no, because it about fucking broke my wrist. And you don't wear gloves when you're drilling. He's like, they're breakaway. And I was like, it caught on my palm and they don't break away there. I was like, I'm not fucking wearing gloves. It is dumb. I wasn't yelling at him like that or cussing because our safety guy was honestly like one of the best safety guys I've been around. And I was like, I am not wearing gloves when I drill. Like, you can write me up until I get fired, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, it about ripped my fucking wrist off.
Dude,
like, all right, I understand. He's like, I'll actually look in. And then he like looked into it and he's like, hey, you guys don't have to wear gloves anymore. Like, this is unsafe.
You were right.
And I was like, thank you, brother.
Isn't it nice when you can fucking like just like lay your dick on the table?
I didn't even like in that it was more aggressive.
No,
I was
nowhere
nowhere near that aggressive.
But still, when you can just like say no to your boss in the name of safety, because that's like the one time at work where they can't do anything.
No, there's actually one thing they had me. They wanted me to work on, and there was like fucking 60 things wrong with it. Yeah. And then I kept finding more shit, and I was like, I don't feel safe working on this. And then my supervisor at the time, she's like, yeah, he said he doesn't feel safe, so he's not working on it. And I was like, all right.
That's lovely. I had so the machines, the shit I make, they're like gigantic engine blocks. They're like as big as like a fucking short school bus. And so the fucking...
Do you know the dimensions of those? Are you pretty familiar with them?
Like the fucking... You can look at... Like,
the short school buses?
Fuck off. I thought you were talking about the engine. God damn it, that was... But now... So like the fucking... God damn it, you shook me up with that one. You rattled me, brother. The fucking fixtures that they sit in are fucking huge. They're like room sized. Mm-hmm. And so you gotta like climb up on top of it to fucking like strap it up to pull it out and set it in and shit. And they made this big fucking deal about having a non-slip fucking tape on all the surfaces. And they were saying in our morning meetings, like, this is on you guys to make sure this is done. And so I fucking went to my boss. I went to my boss's boss. And I went to the guy above him, and I talked to all of them. I was like, yo, this isn't like weed. You guys are saying that we need slip tape on this, and there's no slip tape. And they were like, yeah, we'll get it done. Well, then I slipped off of it. And that's when I was like, okay, this is fucking becoming my problem. And I don't get paid enough to have problems here. So I'm going to make it someone else's problem. So, like, I went and I put in a safety ticket, which they don't like because that immediately makes paperwork for everybody. And so I put that in. And then I came in the next night and still was not fixed. And so I was filling out another safety ticket. And my boss stopped me. And I was like, and he's like, don't do another one. He's like, they're going to get to it. And I was like, all right, if this isn't fixed tomorrow, though, then I'm not going to run. And the machine I run is like the last machine that touches the engines before they get shipped off to be assembled. So, like, it has to go through me before they're done. And so it's kind of like a bottleneck because there's one machine that does this. And it's my dumbass hitting the green button. And I came in the next day and there was no fucking slip tape. So I went on to the fucking computer and I marked the machine as down for safety reasons. And I said inadequate grip tape. And it was shocking. I had been bitching about this problem for 3 months and couldn't get a fucking single person to look my way. And as soon as I was like, I'm not going to run any blocks tonight, everybody and their fucking brother was out there like, what's going on? Then I was like, oh, it's nice to see you guys. You guys are normally in your offices. And one of the like bigger bosses was like, I get that, like, we want to be safe, but you know, we got to keep production going. We can't be like shutting up. I was like, I get that, but I fell off this thing twice and I'm not going to get hurt for this company. I was like, you guys want to talk about safety? So now we get a practice safety and we need to get some grip tape on there. Otherwise, I'm not going to run it. And
I hate that it makes you look like you're being an asshole.
You're being difficult.
But it's like, I approached you guys multiple times.
Being so cool.
And you're like, hey, this is a problem. Like, can we fix it? And they're like, yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it. And then it's like, all right, you blew me off for the last 3 months. Now I'm going to make it a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And then that's what everybody sees, you making it a big problem. But it's like, no, like, you guys didn't see the whole process to now we are here. Like, I just didn't come in today and be like, fuck this place. Like, not doing shit. It's like, no, like, for the last 3 months I came in here. I mean,
it's half and half because it takes a day of me coming in there and being like, I don't fucking want to do anything tonight, so I'm making a problem. This is... Tonight's the fucking night that I'm getting grip tape or I'm going to sit in the bathroom for 7.5 hours and fucking... But anyway, back to the fucking safety arm guy. He comes fucking gives us a whole spiel about like...
Yeah, we don't have a tirade there.
Yeah, we did.
We haven't even touched sports.
We'll get back there.
Yeah.
We got to get into fucking Mr. Maurer.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be our goat talk guy.
So fucking goes through his whole spiel, gets done, and he's like, now I'm going to open the floor up because I'm sure you guys, like, you see a dude standing up here with no arms. You got to have some questions. Like, he's like, I've been doing this for 22 years. Whatever you guys got to ask, like, I'm an open book. Like, anything, like, my home life. Bro, and everybody, like, every safety meeting you've ever had, are you not just like, please, just nobody. I want to get back to fucking off at my machine by myself. I don't want to be in this goddamn tent.
If you ask questions, if it is a serious and it's a good question, you're still up there. I'm like, I'm probably not going to talk to you.
Yeah.
But if you ask a question, I'm like, you could have asked anybody that question, and you just asked the CEO of the company that question.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to be associated with you.
There's 400 dipshits in here that could have told you the answer in the parking lot.
Yeah. Or you could have talked to your team lead, and they could have been like, gave you 100% better answer because that dude has no fucking clue what's going on in your world or our world at all. He just knows that you make him money, and he kind of needs you, but he could probably have someone that works for someone that he employed, that they work for someone, that they work for someone, employ you. I'm just saying that there's him and then there's 10 other people that could have hired someone just like him. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, exactly. And, bro, it makes everybody else in the room look bad.
Yeah.
Because you're like, God damn, don't... Don't ask the plant manager when they're repaving the parking lot. What the fuck do you think he knows about that? This guy drove a Bentley here, and you're asking him about the electricians. But no, it's fucking. He's like, anybody got any questions? And I'm sitting there just like, dude, it was in a tent in the parking lot at 5:30 in the morning.
It was cold as fuck last night.
Yeah, it was cold as fuck at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
In the parking lot of my work. The tent was heated. I'm being a bit of a pussy here.
All right.
It was probably like 52 degrees in there.
All right.
Colder than I was happy being. Which in reality was probably like 65. And I'm just being a fucking bitch.
All right.
So, any questions? Fucking no questions. He's like, come on, guys. Like, I'm sure. He's like, there's 400 of you in here. Somebody's got to have a question. Fucking front row. How do you wipe your ass? Dude. Fucking jaws hit the floor. I'm annoyed that I'm even in this fucking room. They made us go.
I wouldn't talk to that dude, but great question.
Dude. I fucking was in everybody. I mean, dude, it was like fucking Louis C.K. showed up and told a joke. This guy fucking.
I was like, saved you guys' reaction.
He's like, what was it? How do I wipe my ass? He's like, you're not the first one to ask that. He's like, well, if you can see, I have 2 metal claws instead of hands. And he's like, you don't want to go poking around with these things all willy-nilly. And he's like, which I like respect him because he didn't even fucking flinch. He just like went straight into like, here's how I wipe my ass. He's like, I wipe a bunch of fucking toilet paper around the end of my claw and just fucking like get in there as best I can.
You suck if you get some shit on that claw, though.
But dude, I was so proud of everybody else in there because everybody just like knew it. We were like, well, no topping that. Like that's the one. That was the question.
Nice.
Because literally, that's the one question that everybody sees that guy and thinks. Every human being sees him, and you're like, yeah, I wonder how he jerks off and wipes his ass.
Yeah.
And like, I should have asked him how he jerked off. That would have been the only.
I don't know. That may got you fired.
He said anything.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask him anything, but I don't know if your company would be okay with you asking that.
It's in the name of safety.
All right. From a guy with no arms wiping his ass and jerking off to NFL football trades. Another smooth transition.
Trade talk.
So we had Amari Cooper. He went from the Browns to the Bills, which I like that.
Shitty city to shitty city.
Yeah, but the Bills, they lost Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, and they really didn't have much to replace him. And the Bills have been struggling along. They are first in their division.
Where'd Diggs go?
Houston.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where'd Gabe Davis go?
I forget, honestly. I was going to look it up, and I completely forgot. And
Gabe Davis. Legendary.
Yeah, it is. No, so I was like looking at Amari Cooper, and I'm like, has he been worth a fuck lately? Mm-hmm. And 4 of the last 5 seasons, he's gone over 1,000 yards for like 70 catches. So I'm like, all right, he's still good. The one season he didn't was the season after Dak decided to play golf with his leg and turned it into a 9-iron. So it was the season after that. So I'm like, all right, I can kind of see why he didn't get the numbers up. And then the trade that we kind of saw coming for a couple weeks, but it finally actually happened, was Vontae Davis to the Packers. Not to the Packers. I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers Packers. To the Jets. Mm-hmm. I was looking up, and there's been like 5 or 6 players that have gone from the Packers to the Jets that like played with Aaron Rodgers and him. And it's been 3 receivers. It's like Malik. Let me find it.
That's not that uncommon, is it? How many guys went from New England to Tampa Bay with Brady?
I'd have to look that up.
Gronk.
I know there's a couple others, but fuck, I don't.
Probably a black fella or 2.
Yeah, but no. I mean, Gronk was out in retirement, and then Brady's like, yo, bro, like, let's come get a championship. And he's like, oh, yeah, let's do it. Love Gronk, though. Malik Taylor, Lazard, and now Devontae Adams. 3 receivers. Taylor is on the IR right now. So, but he'll have Lazard and Devontae Adams. And people were kind of shitting on Devontae Adams for, like, wanting out of the Raiders. And, like, how he handled the situation. He was, like, complaining about and shit. But he got traded there to play with his college quarterback, one of his best friends. Him and Derek Carr, they go on family vacation together. They went there to play together.
That's sick.
He chose free agency, went there, and then they got tired of Derek Carr, so they traded him. Just randomly traded him. I'm like, yeah, that pissed me off. And then your replacement quarterback is Jimmy G. Where's he playing at right now?
Don't worry me. I don't know football.
He's not.
Okay.
And then they went to Garner Minshew, one of the most unserious, great dude, great ball player, but one of the most unserious dudes I've met.
Is he?
Oh,
You've met him?
I haven't met him, but
Damn it.
I've seen him. And then Aiden O'Connell, which it's his second year in the league. He was like a 6th round pick. He was out of Purdue, so
Yeah, that's where I know him from.
Shout out to him. He was a very accurate passer in college football. Not on a great team. Not on a great team at all.
We're gonna be watching him tomorrow night.
Get the shit kicked out of him.
I don't know. We might have a really good episode if fucking maybe some live fucking footage from number 2 upset.
Yeah.
On the field, bro. We should take the fucking recorder and a microphone and
That's way too much.
rush the field.
I would just record it on that and put it up. But
Reporting live, Rosé Stadium.
I do have a video of me rushing the field on us beating a number 2 team, Michigan State, a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
Do you think they'd fucking tear down the uprights at Rosé and throw them into the Wabash?
Not a chance. They would not allow it to happen. They would not. It would be cool. And fuck, I would be late to work because I'd be throwing that bitch in there.
Dude, I would leave my house a half hour away if I heard that the uprights came down just so I could launch them into the river.
That wouldn't be bad, dude. They could just hop on Stadium Ave and then take it to Old 231 right there.
Yeah, just right
and
down.
Just plop it over the fucking bridge. And honestly, it'd be pretty easy.
Dude, if they threw that thing off the bridge.
I'd be fucking cool. Dude, you could fucking see it from my place.
What? Vanderbilt walked like what?
It was like 5 miles.
It was like crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
I was like,
They walked
damn.
from Main Street or Broadway down Nashville and the
Yeah.
fucking carrying the uprights.
So, yeah, I don't blame Aaron or Devontae Adams
sorry.
for wanting to fucking get traded, though. Like,
Yeah.
at all. Like,
You watched the Jets game?
I did. Did I watch the Jets game? Fellas, this is why we have a new mic. We got a new stand there. We got a new recorder here. We got some mic stands on the way. So,
Who do we have to thank for this?
so it all started with Josh Downs.
Josh Downs.
Colts player, I was watching the game. He's on my fantasy team. And I was watching the Colts game last week. And Joe Flacco and Josh Downs, they have a connection. And Joe Flacco, he's one of those quarterbacks that I've noticed they run their scripted plays to start out. Again, there is a script in the NFL. 100% believe that. It's just not the one that you guys think. It's the offense.
Bro, you got the insider info. You know the real script.
The offense, they create a script of plays for like the first drive and then like for out at halftime. And it's just like, hey, we are going to run these set of plays no matter what. And these are how we're going to run them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we're going to do. Peyton Manning was really good at it. He did it a lot. I think Tom Brady did too. I wouldn't be surprised, but I know Peyton Manning did a lot. And a lot of other quarterbacks too, but I know Joe Flacco does that. And that is what they do. So I'm like, all right, first drive, it's probably going to be a good one because they're going to run the script. And Josh Downs is his favorite target. So I'm like, first drive, Josh Downs touchdown.
Do you remember the odds on that?
I turned 10 into 160, so whatever.
So
Plus 1,600 then? Yeah. So yeah, I won 160 off that. I'm like, fuck.
that was just on the first pass touchdown?
Yeah.
That was just 10. That was plus 1,600 on that one.
First drive touchdown to Josh Allen.
No shit. That was good odds.
It's kind of crazy though, because it's like they have to do it on the Colts' first drive.
Yeah.
And it has to be a touchdown.
No, it is an excellent pick.
Yeah.
But still, like that seems like that seems plus 1,600 seems like good odds for that.
Yeah.
That's a fucking score, bro. 10 for 160.
I turned it to foreshadow. I turned it into $800.
You turned it into some new microphones.
Yeah. So then, as soon as that hit, I'm like, all right, I'm going Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, 50 bones, anytime touchdown score. I put it in, and I fucking make some food, go back, start watching the game again. And by the time I sit down and check my bets, both of them have already hit. And my cash out's already at like 150. I'm like, holy fuck. And I went to work and I came back and I was at work and I'm like, oh, it's the fucking Sunday night game. It wasn't. So I had to wait all fucking day. I'm like, God damn.
I had texted you too because I was going to come over here and maybe catch the end of it.
Yeah, but no. So it was Monday Night Football. I'm like, fuck. So I did talk about a bet I locked in for you guys. I disappointed you guys. I'll get to that in a minute.
Did you disappoint them? Think about how crispy this audio is.
Oh, yeah. No, so fucking Monday Night Football rolls around, and right before the game, I'm like, Josh Allen, first drive, touchdown score. So I kind of like doubled down, but even harder on it.
That was a good pick.
And first drive, they go down, get to the goal line. Josh Allen scores a touchdown. I'm going fucking crazy. Because with those two bets, I won fucking... $600 or $700. Hold on.
Okay.
I won like $700. I'm going fucking crazy.
They pushed him in.
I'm at my couch and I'm fucking jumping around into the kitchen, just natural place I like to be. And I fucking come back and there's a flag on the field. I'm like, what in the fuck? They move fucking illegal formation, I think it was. They go back fucking 5 yards. So now they're on the 5 yard line. They run it with their running back and he gets to the 1 yard line. I'm like, oh.
Dude, it was like the Jets were trying to win the bet for you. It looked like you had some inside info, and they were like, all right, like, I know we got to score, but however we do it, we got to make sure we push Josh Allen in at the 1 yard line. Like,
dude, they get to the 1 yard line, and I'm just like, ball don't lie. I'm like, ball don't lie. And they push him in, and I was like, cha-ching, fucking cashed him. Yeah, and I took that money out. Fucking instantly. And then
what was that cash? What that cash?
$698. And then I had another bet I talked about last Thursday. It was Bills money line, Bills over 40, or the over 40 and a half. And it was 43. And then Josh Allen anytime touchdown. I cashed it out $100 because like I can end the night.
You would have won that though.
I would have. It would have been another $150 I would have got. So
or another 150 on top of the $100 you cashed out.
Yeah.
So it would have been plus 250. Like if you
I would have got 250 out of it, but I only got 100. So I was very close to having $1,000 night from a $10 bet, but I saw 800 bones, and I was like, I can't get greedy. Like,
I want to see if the message. Did you send that message as a voice?
I did when it won. I was live.
Damn it!
It probably got deleted.
Fuck. No, you sent a fucking voice message to our group chat of just what would you say? Like, boys, I can see why people get addicted to gambling.
I see why people have a problem. I was like, I've already taken the money out, but damn,
you can like hear your voice still fucking shaking a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I was like immediately after the fucking Josh Allen touchdown.
I wanted to put all of that money on something and double it up.
No, my heart got broken. I was not in a financial position to be gambling, which is when you need it the most.
Yeah.
It was like the outcome of that game was depending. It was going to... Man, that brownie's fucking hit me. The winning or losing of that bet was going to affect the caliber of food that I ate for the rest of the week. And I bet the Jets money line... Josh Allen on your fucking
touchdown
tip. Yeah, one touchdown. And
Was Rodgers over 200?
Rodgers over 200 yards. And Rodgers came out and had like 160 yards in the first half.
Yeah, you're like, cash that.
I was like, done, boom, sold.
You had 100% profit boost on that too.
Yeah, that was fucking.
Yeah.
It was like $20 to pay 210 or something. It was a good.
It was crazy. If I didn't cash out, one of us were like guaranteed to win the bet.
Yeah, I would have cashed that out multiple times, but you can't cash them out with the fucking profit boost. You just gotta let it ride. So
you can't, or like it won't let you.
It wouldn't give me the option.
Oh, okay.
It was just cash out unavailable the whole time. I don't know.
That makes sense because there's sometimes I'm like I should feel like I have a cash out, but with boost maybe that is.
I think you just have to let it ride.
Yeah.
But no, the Jets. Then I was like, damn, fucking got Rodgers is gonna hit. Josh Allen touchdown first drive. I took a little nap, woke up, was fucking listening to it driving to work. And I was praying, dude. I just wanted to hear the end of the game, and it got to be like 11:27, and I had to clock in. Otherwise, I was gonna fucking get written up. And by the time I made it from my truck to my machine, I checked the fucking score, and the Jets had fallen.
Yeah. It was very windy there. I think there's 2 field goals that at least hit the uprights. I think
there was missed 2 of them.
Yeah, I think there was like 4 or 5 missed field goals just in that game alone.
No shit.
Yeah, it was super fucking windy. So
it kind of did give us some answers though on our Aaron Rodgers talk from last week. I think I thought he had a good showing.
Yeah. I mean, he's been. I was saying. I mean, he's been fucking playing good football.
No, I thought the Jets in general looked pretty good as a football team,
especially for having their coach just fired.
Yeah, seeing a coach get fired like that and seeing a team come out of that put together, that makes you wonder how good of a coach,
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. It kind of makes you question how important he was to the locker room situation.
Yeah, and it seems like they're really rallying around that coach, so that's kind of cool to see.
Are they?
Yeah, from the videos, like during the game and after the game, they were like fucking like.
Hell
a big play would happen, they'd go to coach, be like, fuck, yeah,
nice.
Like, hyped up for him. So, I mean, that's good to see, too. I mean, the Jets organization has been trash, so, like, even a little bit of good makes them look like fucking wizards and they're shining in the light,
Yeah, they're like your fucking, like the cousin everybody has that's addicted to heroin. It's like when they finally get on Suboxone and get a job. It's like, I'd like to see you turn it around at this point. You've had it bad for long enough, but... No, I'll tell you who I fucking like, and I think I'm going to jump on this bandwagon, possibly for the rest of my life. I think I might be a Detroit Lions fan.
Dude, yeah, Dan Campbell.
My God, I fucking love that guy.
Uh-huh. The last game,
shit.
They gave him...
the game ball?
The game ball,
I saw that.
You see that?
Gave it to Goff, and then Goff gave it back to the fucking coach.
Dude, which is weird is, like, so the week before, or maybe 2 weeks before, Goff had, like, he went 16 for 16 or 18 of 18. Like, perfect game passing.
Shit.
And Dan Campbell didn't know and didn't give him the game ball. And they, like, saw it, and someone asked him, like, yeah, Goff went, like, perfect tonight. And he's like, did he really? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I didn't give him the game ball.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That was the first thing that fucking crossed his mind.
Oh, yeah. And Goff didn't fucking care, dude. Like, that team is fun to watch.
I like him. Fun
to watch. Dude, and did you see, I talked about this on my Tuesday episode.
Yeah.
Like, some of the plays that they ran.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
Dude, so do you remember last year during the playoffs, the Cowboys game, how they scored a 2-point conversion? It would have gave them the lead and the win, but supposedly they didn't report a tackle eligible as a receiver.
Oh, yeah. How could I not fucking that was
First
everywhere.
play of the game, guess who they line up? Out and fucking receiver.
No.
Eligible receiver against the Cowboys. That guy. You know who they ran multiple plays to him. There was one, I don't know if it was this guy that like caused the whole scenario. It wasn't that guy's fault. I'm not trying to say that at all. The ref's fault, 100%. Fucking, that's a different script. I don't know about that one. No, it was a pass to Amari St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I always say his fucking name wrong. Out to the right side. He grabs it, left tackle, swoops around, hook and lateral. And this dude damn near, he fucking lays out for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They mark him down at the 1. They were up like 37-7 when they were doing that shit.
Damn.
The Lions, they kicked the fucking dog shit out of the Cowboys.
On Jerry Jones' birthday. Cowboys. Teams, football teams that I just hate and will always hate no matter who plays. Yeah, that's a good one. They're the Yankees of the NFL for me.
I was actually talking about this on Thursday episode. So there's like sports math.
Yeah.
And it's not the same for everybody.
Okay, yeah.
So like when you root for for the NL Central, like we don't like them. Mm-hmm. Like the other teams in the NL Central.
Yep.
We're gonna root against them until they probably get to the World Series, and we're like, all right, like I'd rather have them over. And then you want the NL teams over the AL teams because we're NL fans. And then there's like certain cases there, but like everybody's sports math is different because you could ask a dude, and, like these two teams are playing, you're like, all right, who do you want to win? And they're gonna be like, this team instantly, and they're gonna have a concrete reason why. And if they're like, oh, I don't care, like they don't care at the teams they have no problems with either.
Reds, White Sox. Who you rooting for?
Oh, Red Sox.
No, Reds.
Oh, Reds, White Sox, Red. Oh, fuck, that's a tough one.
I know. I think our sports math lines up pretty well. Baseball.
It depends on who's at the team right now. Right now, the Reds haven't been doing. The White Sox fucking suck, though. I'd want to see them rack up as many losses as possible, Reds.
Yeah, I am.
See, I had a whole concrete process.
Yeah,
you saw it live.
I went through the same process before I asked you, and it was damn near the same. I'm just like, I want to see the White Sox lose. No matter who they're playing, I want the White Sox to lose.
Yeah,
I can't think.
Well, especially this year because they lost the most games in MLB history. Dude, they won like 20 games or some shit like that.
Dude, it fills me with such.
I'm gonna have to look. It was fucking.
They won 30 something because they lost 122.
Was that it?
157, right? So 122 and 35, maybe, or 35 and 122.
41 and 121.
Damn.
So they won every time they won. Every 4 games they would win one.
.253.
Yeah. 51 games back.
No.
Yeah.
51 and a half.
Oh. My bad.
Bro, it's the White Sox. Make sure it's known how. What is it? 23 and 58 at home. Dude, they didn't even win half of their home games.
Yeah. They barely won. They didn't even win a third of them.
Yeah, they did.
No, because it'd be 80.
What are you talking about?
They didn't win a third.
A third of their home games?
Yeah.
They won 23 out of 58. What's 23 times 3?
They lost 58. They played 81 games at home.
Oh.
Have you been looking at fucking stats wrong in baseball?
No, I was reading that one wrong, though.
Like, damn, dude, they won more home games than they played.
No, when I started doing my math, it was wrong.
Yeah.
No, fucking, like, White Sox, I'm rooting against them and everything. Your NL Central, that's right. Like, pretty much all the way through the regular season, I'm rooting against the Cardinals. And then I'm going to root for the Cardinals in the playoffs if the Cubs are out.
Yeah. Like, baseball and football, it's, like, very team-oriented.
Yeah.
I would feel like football's more like player oriented. Actually, for me, it's like more player oriented.
I don't have a dog in the race. That's why I like have this little bit of a urge to go Dan Campbell and jump on the fucking line. And I'm thinking about like nursing that into an actual like appreciation for a team.
It's you're gonna get some hate though because
they're hot right now.
But damn, you missed some rough times in Detroit. Some rough fucking times.
Hopefully they suck for a couple years. See, that's like the nice thing about being a Heat fan now. Is that like I did jump on like the Dwayne Wade Shaq bandwagon.
Yeah.
But I was a fan all the way through the fucking post Dwayne Wade years, all of that shit.
Yeah.
And then I guess never post Dwayne Wade, but like solo Dwayne Wade, like the post Shaq and shit when it was just Dwayne Wade until they got LeBron when they sucked for a while.
Yeah.
But no, fucking football I don't. But Okay, let me think of some more good sports math. Let's go. I'm going Red Sox almost everything. I think Red Sox are right under the Cubs.
Okay.
I think I'm rooting for the Red Sox in every situation unless they're playing the Cubs. Just because, I don't know.
I really don't have like a second favorite team in
Really?
MLB. I'm just like strictly, I like the Cubs.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody else does, but when the Cubs are out of it, I gotta break my math down and be like, all right, I'm rooting for this team. And usually it's like the underdog,
Yeah.
or if they make the Cubs look worse in like 20 years, then I'm just like, yeah, you need to keep losing.
Astros, Dodgers.
This is maybe the one rare one I go Dodgers. I fucking hate the Astros. I didn't have a problem with them when they were in the NL Central, and it was just a free like fucking 12 games that the Cubs got to beat the fuck out of them in the whole NL Central. And they went to the NL, and then they started fucking cheating like a whole bunch of baby back bitches. Fuck that team. Fuck them. I wish that their World Series championships got stripped. They 100% were fucking cheating motherfuckers, and they're like, oh, everybody else was doing it. Cool, you got caught, and you were doing it worse than anybody else, so fuck you.
Yep.
God, when it came out and everybody was throwing at them the next season, I fucking
ate
loved
that
it.
shit
And
up.
dude, they were bitching about it. And it's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
And it was against the Dodgers, the Joe Kelly clip about him fucking doing
God
it.
bless Joe Kelly.
I've seen so many clips of him. Like, he threw at one dude, I forget.
He's a dick. He's
yeah.
a fucking asshole.
And one guy like started walking the mound, and he's like, "Oh, dude, let's fucking run it right here." And he didn't bat a fucking eye. He's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
is.
a good one.
I
don't know. I guess I don't know him personally, but
I bet he hits his wife.
I'm not gonna go out and endorse that.
I'm not gonna endorse it, but I'm not gonna ask any questions if she shows up with a black eye.
Speaking of endorsements, I saw on your Snapchat that you endorsed Kamala Harris, right?
Yeah, did I?
Yeah.
How so? Did I say that?
No, I was just.
Okay, I didn't know. That seems like something I'm.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done. I'm gonna have to.
You asked me about fucking politics, dog. You should have known better on a sports podcast.
I'm gonna have to fucking edit some of that out. God damn it! I just made my own life harder.
That was on you.
It was.
I've been a good boy. I've been a good boy on this thing.
You can't blame your own actions on me.
I'm not blaming anything on you. I'm just saying you can't. You know what's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let
So
you.
it's my fault, is what you're saying?
You said I supported Kamala Harris. I had to let people know that I'm not some fucking blue state voting homo.
All right. It was a joke. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I was about to get to saying some stuff you were definitely going to have to edit out.
Yeah, let's not do that because this just makes my life harder, especially when I have to sync up the audio and the video.
All right, I won't say anything else. Back to sports.
Yeah. Talking about one goat of a human being to another goat of a human being, from Kamala to Joe Mauer. Hall of Famer, 6-time All-Star, AL MVP, 3-time batting champ, 3-time Golden Glove winner, 5-time Silver Slugger. Jesus. Joe Mauer. That's his MLB stats. This is the GOAT talk about GOAT high school athletes.
And so this is... Have you done one of these? You did one on...
Yeah, LeBron.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go back and touch up more of his. I didn't even think about his football career. I can speak a little bit about it here, and I'll add it to the Excel sheet. But he had... he played 2 seasons. It was his sophomore and junior year. And then he's like, well, I'm kind of good at basketball. I might want to focus on this. He had 23 touchdowns, 2,000 yards on like...
23 touchdowns is kind of rad. You think he had a chance at 24 and was like...
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
On like 60 catches or 100. I had to check it out. But hell of a football career in high school. But he's like, no, I need to go ball out. And he has. So I'm going to add that to it. But I looked up good high school athletes, and I knew Joe Mauer was one. Until I started digging deeper and deeper. And then I was like, my God, this dude may be number one. And the series may be, can we find a high school athlete better than Joe Mauer?
I got a fucking like midnight voice message from you, and you were just like in a fucking frenzy. It sounded like you'd been doing stimulants all night. You're like, dude, I think I got to make a pivot in the fucking series. I think this is just going to turn into, is anybody better than Joe Mauer? This guy's a fucking animal.
Dude, I'm literally just doing research on here. I was like, holy fuck. Holy fuck.
I just picture you like, you know, like the scenes in like apocalypse movies where it's like a scientist in the fucking telescope lab late at night and they just see the asteroid coming and they're like, no, what the fuck? It can't be. My God, he's the greatest of all time.
That's pretty much what it was, dude. I sent you a voice message and I sent Ian a voice message. Because me and him, we'll just research random people.
Yeah.
And we're like, bro, check this dude out or check these stats out. And we'll just like little autistic kid, we'll just like fucking read through in a voice message. Mm-hmm. And then we just have like, honestly, now I think about it, we could just call each other and have like a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah.
But we make it a whole like hour process of sending voice message back and forth.
For sure.
All right.
Break it down for me.
Where to begin? So he was a 3-sport athlete.
Okay. What was his best one?
Football or baseball? I don't know.
I was asking to be stupid. The fact that there's a debate is wild.
Yeah, no,
he's like one of the best MLB players ever, and he might not.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Let me hear some stats.
So his football stats for 2 years.
Okay.
He played 2 years.
What position?
He was slinging that rock. He was the
okay.
QB. 5,528 yards.
Oh my God.
73 TDs.
Oh my God.
And 2 consecutive state championships.
Oh my God. Could you look up real quick? Can we look up the scores of the state championship games?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't find any game logs.
No shit.
I was looking for game logs. I told him, I was like, if I wrote it down. I didn't tell you guys already. I was thinking about what I wrote down. If I find his game logs, there's going to be a whole episode dedicated just running through them. I'm still on the search for him. Yeah, you want to try to look those?
Yeah, I'll look while you're running through shit.
Yeah. So that was just his fucking football stats. I wish I could go deeper into it, but I couldn't. In his for a senior year of basketball, the dude averaged fucking 20 points per game.
Jesus Christ!
I couldn't find
How
much.
tall was he?
I don't know. I didn't look. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, this isn't even the best part. So finally, the sport that we fucking know this dude for, and like I'm gonna read his numbers, and you're like, he had a fucking phenomenal career. But then there's just one more stat that just like is absolutely insane, and especially as a baseball player yourself, like you're like, how in the fuck did he do that? His high school slash line was 567, 43 home runs, and 70 RBIs in high school.
What was that again?
567, 43 homers, and 170 RBIs.
Jesus Christ. That's nuts.
You have Bryce Harper. You were going to loosely do him.
Because my thought when you told me about the series was Bryce Harper, just because I've heard some fucking tall tales about him hitting 700-foot aluminum bat home runs. Mm-hmm. But it kind of fucking you can't really do him because he played 2 years, got his GED, then played like a year of community college ball so he could go pro.
Yeah.
Because in baseball, you can't get drafted out of high school or something.
Yeah.
There was he was too young, like he was like 16 or he had to be 18, so it kind of fucks up his stats.
Yeah, what was his slash line for 2 years?
So he batted .569 with a .689 on base percentage. This was his freshman year. Let me see if I got his career stats here. His freshman year though. He played 23 games with a 569 average and a 689 on base percentage.
What was that again?
569 average and a 689 on base percentage through 23 games. Then in his career, which was only, like I said, 2 years, it was 115 games, which seems like a lot through 2 years. So I don't know if they're counting like extra like travel ball shit. It was also like a different era compared to Joe Mauer.
How many games was it?
115
in 2 years.
Yeah,
There's no way.
That's what I'm saying. But it was also like I think he played for some like Las Vegas. Like,
is that his like career before he went to the MLB or something?
No, this was just his freshman sophomore year on like max preps.
Damn, that's a lot of games.
That's what because I think we played like 25 or so.
I guess if you count the high school season and then the max prep, that'd be 50-ish.
Yeah.
And then 100, so.
Yeah, I don't know. But he had 14 homers, 36 steals, 55 RBIs, and 76 runs scored through 2 years. But I think he was like... I think he made the right call. Doing what he did.
Oh, yeah. Pulling the plug. He was a Vegas guy, right?
Yeah. Just getting the money, though, because he was fucking... I remember the hype around him when he was like...
So him and Chris Bryant, they played together.
Oh,
I don't know. It wasn't high school. Maybe high school. I think they were high school rivals, but they played on the same, like, wasn't Max Prep, is that what it's called?
Travel ball stuff.
They played together, and then they were, like, kind of coming up at the same time. Bryce was, like, a little bit younger than him, but Bryant went the more, like, formal route of going to, like, college
like
than MLB.
4-year school. And
I don't think he was there for 4 years, but I think he did go to college, and then that. And then they kind of entered the league at the same time, taking different routes, but, no, Joe Mauer was...
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Baseball is weird, though, with that. Like, the whole... like, the farm system. There's so many different ways to make it into the bigs, like, as a base...
Yeah.
Compared to, like, the NBA, you really have, like... You hear sometimes the dudes that, like, go overseas and then the G League and then work their... But it's mostly, like, college or high school, drafted, and then play. Like, baseball, you got dudes that'll fucking... go play in all these different, like the aviators, like the Lafayette Aviators leagues, and work their way up through that. And then you got the like the dropping out of high school type shit. And then there's so many, like, it was weird when I knew dudes that would go play college baseball at community schools, because like you'd go see some of the games and there would be guys on these teams. You're like, how the fuck is this dude at a community college? Like, he's gonna get drafted. No doubt.
The sheer number of baseball players is insane, though.
It is. But I mean, I'm saying, like, you would see dudes that, like, no questions asked. There's scouts in the stands watching him, and you're like, why the fuck's he at a community college? And you're like, oh, it's because he's a Dominican transfer that moved here when he was 17 and can't read or write, and they got to figure out how to teach him how to spell before he can get into a fucking 4-year school. And there was all sorts of, like, stuff like that, or it was like dudes that they'd fail out and have to go play a year and then just, like, get drafted and stuff. But sorry to interrupt you. Go.
Oh, Joe Mauer, fucking big fella, 6'5", 225.
Damn.
He was born in St. Paul, Minnesota. Stuck with Minnesota and played for the Twins his career. He went to Creighton Durham Hall, St. Paul, Minnesota High School. He's born in 83. He debuted in the MLB in 2004. And he is a Hall of Famer, first ballot. The craziest fucking thing about Joe Mauer. Are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
He batted 22 times in high school.
Batted 22 times?
Or 222.
Okay.
And he struck out one time.
Wow.
One time. It was his senior year in the state championship game.
No shit.
His very last.
I can't perform under pressure. That's going to affect him in the bigs.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, he's kind of dog shit. What is this? His regular season, he batted 306 for his career. Damn.
Jeez.
He honestly didn't hit that many bombs in the big leagues.
Sounds like he was a contact hitter.
Yeah, for sure.
If he's, that's some Pete Rose type shit. Who's that? Was it Tony Gwynn that had some crazy strikeout?
Are you talking about like at bat streak or his streak?
Something. Look up Tony Gwynn, just like Tony Gwynn's strikeout record or something. Sorry for the listeners and viewers, but I mean, you've made it this far into the podcast. You guys will just sit around and watch his Google stuff for a little bit.
This mic is really fucking me up.
I thought there was just some crazy stat.
I mean, he only struck out fucking.
No, maybe none of these are what I thought.
I mean, he only averaged 21 strikeouts a fucking year, which, I mean...
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like he never struck out more than once in a game or something. But, he was,
Yeah, he struck out 3 times in a game, only once.
That's wild.
Yeah.
He was a hell of an athlete. Still is, I'm sure. I was going to bring this up earlier when you were talking about LeBron's football career. Do you think if he would have been... Because I think he...
Yeah, for sure.
What?
It would have been a great NFL player.
Oh, no.
Is that what you're asking?
I think he absolutely would have. But do you think he would have been like a Bo Jackson level multi-sport athlete?
I don't think he would be as great.
In my mind, he's not in the conversation with like Jordan and Kobe anymore. Like,
Oh, no.
I think he had a chance. Like, I thought he might be earlier in his career. Like when he was,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, he might make it there, but I don't think it's going to turn out that way now. I don't think there's anything he can do.
I think strictly the game of basketball, for me, I'm taking Jordan, Kobe, LeBron in that order. But, like, greatest basketball player of all time, yes, it's LeBron James. I know it seems weird to say that because it's like I'm talking about the same thing, but it's like, no, like...
I get what you're... No,
because the longevity of LeBron James is absolutely insane. He's fucking 40, still doing what he's been doing for, what, like 20 years?
Yeah.
And it's like, no one has done that. No one's probably going to replicate that. And it's like, he may not have the accolades, what he should, or what you would think of that type of career. But, like, strictly ball, I'm taking fucking Kobe and LeBron. But as a career, as a whole, and everything he's done for, like, the sport of basketball, the people after him, like, paved the way about, like, it's LeBron.
See, I don't know.
I mean, Jordan did pave the way, but, I mean, this is... What he's doing is fucking insane.
I think LeBron is more impressive in his like athleticism and longevity. Just like he is, it's like he was designed in a lab to be the best basketball player you can be.
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure.
The way he moves on a basketball court is fucking wild, and like just like watching him move through the paint at fucking however old he is, and it's crazy. But I feel like Jordan was just like more of a total game changer. Like he was a one of a kind, one off. LeBron is taking that and furthering it, but he's still like taking something that was already there before him and furthering it. I think like, and I think he's taken it as far as you can take it. But I think like the next great, like the next Jordan type dude that we're going to see is going to be like a Giannis type dude. It's going to be somebody that plays the game differently than like we've ever seen before.
I think in the like coming years, and Zach Edey may be the guy to fucking...
Or a Zach Edey type dude.
May to switch it back, but like...
Oh, that would make me so happy.
Oh, dude, it would.
Bro, just seeing fucking 7-footers bang into paint.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what he does, and like, I don't know, like, if he puts on more size, I don't know, like... Yeah, I'm curious to see how he'll do against like Joel and Giannis, but like the bigs in the NBA, they don't do that anymore.
No.
Like, they don't practice, like, having to post someone up. So, I mean, he may just fucking handle them. Like,
But also, he can't do what they can do. He can't run the floor like Embiid does.
Oh, no. But,
so if he can keep up, though, and, like, just, like, get into position to play defense and then get back and fucking be a body in the post, bro, I think he's going to be a monster.
This is going to take me a minute to get there, but just follow along with me. So the evolution of basketball was kind of slow. Like, the game was played at a slow pace. You get into set plays, and you do this. Because, like, the average score, like, in the Jordan era was probably under 100. Like, it was a lot of defense.
Oh, yeah.
Very slow. And now it's very, very fast. I think I saw a stat, I think it was a couple years ago, that the, like, slowest team that scores, like, the least amount of points would have been, like, the first in the Jordan era. They would have, like, blown everybody out of the water. How many points they were scoring, like, at the pace they were playing.
Yeah.
And it was the worst in the NBA. So it's, like, definitely gotten faster. And I think we've been evolving a fast-paced game. And then, if you notice, there's guys that play the game at a slower speed. And this, honestly, this is another thing. The guys that play the game at a different speed than other people are phenomenally great. Like Russell Westbrook, he plays the game fast. And he was good. Kyrie, he kind of mixes it up, but he's fast and slow. But, like, the slower players, like Luka, he plays the game, like, he is slow if you watch him. And the same with Jokic.
Yeah.
He's a very slow in his movements and shit. And I think there's something about that. And Anthony Edwards even talked about it. Like, he saw Luka do it, and he, like, slows his game down. And it's like, I think it's just like we're trained to react really quick.
Yeah.
And he's like, he'll, like, go slow into a Euro step. And the dude's, like, overreacting, going past
The Euro step, yeah. That's kind of like that whole vibe is throwing off the timing. Just, like, slowing it down.
I mean, that's what Euro step is for, but, like, he's slowed it down, like
No.
slow
Yeah.
mo.
But I'm just saying, like, the vibe of that style of play. It's just, like, slowing it down to throw the fucking timing off.
But everybody's in this fast pace. I think you're going to see it kind of go back to, like, hey, if we slow the game down, it's going to fuck these guys up. And how do you slow the game down? You get into sets and you run into your big man.
Yeah, that would fuck up players like
And, like,
who's the gunman from Memphis?
What?
The gunman from Memphis.
Ja.
Yes, Morant. Like that.
It would fuck him up.
Yeah, like not having the transition play.
So if you, like, if he was playing against, like, Zach Edey and he'd, like, slow the game down, it'd, like, fuck it up.
I think it would fuck up Ja slowing the game down.
Well,
I think
it's crazy because Ja and Edey are on the same team.
Yes, I know that. But playing against him, like that type of player.
Oh, yeah.
Like the run and gun. I think if they, because they're not going to be able to do it because they're on the same team. But I'm saying if
I know. I was.
who's a fucking fellow like that? I don't know. He's the first one that comes to mind. Just like fast fucking running. Like
I mean,
running the court.
but he, like, switched the whole. I mean, like, the whole NBA.
Edwards.
Yeah,
Like,
but he's also talked
he
about,
can
like, I
fucking-
need to slow it down.
he can ball out in the half court too.
Yeah, he's my favorite NBA player. Fucking, he's.
But if you
He's
take
fun to
like Ja's style play and put that up against somebody that's trying to slow the game down to Edey style play, like you can't play those two against each other in the same game. I think you can make it work on the same team.
Yeah.
You can have Ja fucking running and Edey throwing outlet passes, and that could be fucking fire. But like if Edey can just fucking bring it down to his pace, then you can't have a fucking 6'4" point guard dunk.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you can't
well,
have
and like, so you're gonna have to, like, if they're playing the Bucks, Giannis is gonna have to guard him.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't, then they're like, fuck, like, he's gonna score at will down there. Maybe not. We're speaking as, like, Edey's a dominant guy and he's gonna demand attention. Which I think he kind of is.
He did ball out against the Pacers.
Yeah, and it was only like a short amount of time he played, but no, because then it's gonna take that player away and it's gonna wear him down.
Yeah.
Like, if you put Cat in there, he's gonna be fucking tired from guarding him, and he's not gonna be able to score 70 fucking points. So I mean, and then those bigs aren't gonna be able to stretch it out. Like, they're not gonna be wanting to run the floor, shoot jump shots, shoot threes and shit. Like, and they're also not gonna want to get in the paint. So I think it just kind of fucks him up. But
Edey,
I think
his career is going to depend a lot on just like finding teams that are willing to work with him. Like,
I mean, I think
he's in a good spot now.
Yeah, but like a lot of the coaches now, they grew up in like the big men era, and like that was the focus. and it's kind of got away from that, and like they don't coach that anymore.
Yeah.
So like, could you imagine like, damn, I coached like fucking big men for like 10 years, and now the last 10 years I haven't been able to teach it, and I got this guy, like I can teach it again.
He's back.
I fucking know. You're like, damn, like I'm gonna want to go to work. I want to teach this dude how to fucking do this, and it's like, damn, all right, like we're back to the fucking basketball I know, like I want to do.
Yeah.
So I could see it being, I don't know. This is a very wild tale. Like it could just be like, no, they're gonna start scoring 200 points in the game.
That could.
I wouldn't be surprised,
Dude, as a fat kid in elementary school that was abnormally tall, if I could see the post game comeback in basketball, that would be. I'd start watching the NBA again. Dude, I'd be fucking on the edge of my seat at B-dubs drinking my non-alcoholic beer. Like, you see that fucking drop step jump hook? That shit was crazy. That'd fucking make my day, bro.
Yeah.
But
How we look? An hour and a half. Wow.
just fucking covered a lot of ground in this one.
Yeah, we have. I have one more thing I for sure want to talk about.
I think I've fucking gotten through everything I need.
Where'd my paper go? I gotta get some names and shit right on this one. I think you're gonna enjoy this.
Uh-oh.
It's fucked up.
Uh-oh. Oh, you want to fucking, real quick, the Delphi trial starts this week.
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention to any of that?
No, I have not.
They have the jurors selected.
Okay.
They are, I believe,
Richard Allen's cooked. He's gone to prison for life, but
I don't know. There's some shit that has come out. So this is just a little side note before we get into the finale here.
yeah.
The police came out, said they had DNA when this all first broke.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have read that one of the news agencies that broke that was told by the sheriffs to take that down, that they had DNA. And then it's kind of like been this back and forth thing the whole time. Do they have it? Do they not? And then there was an opening statement or something, some sort of statement in court was made that the hair that was found in either Abby or Libby's hand was neither of theirs, and it was like a long female, like a red female's hair that is not Richard Allen's. And like they have come out and said that they have DNA at the crime scene that's not his, which I think the fucking dude did it. But there's so much shit going on right now that I'm starting to think that they might have fucked this up to the point where this may be a fucking 15-year ordeal of mistrials and fucking retrials.
That's sad to see.
I will when I make my weekly appearance on here, I'll come back with some updates for you next week.
Yeah, I'll fill you guys in a little bit on this. So the Abby and Libby case, we are in West Lafayette right now. Delphi's like 30 minutes away. Mm-hmm. We grew up like 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So this was like crazy to hear, but it was two young girls, like 13 and 15.
No, they're younger than that. I thought.
Were they? Okay.
I thought they were like 12 and 13.
Maybe that. I think I read an article of like what they would have been age. Now, anyways, they were fucking young, like barely in their teens. They were going to walk on the Delphi Bridge. This is the old like train bridge.
Yep. Monon High Bridge.
Yeah. A lot of people go walk it. It is kind of a sketchy fucking bridge to walk across in the first place. It's pretty up there, too. How tall would you say it is? At least 50, 60 feet?
I've never been over it. Bro, you couldn't... Really? I saw it like fucking 20 years ago probably, but I couldn't tell you. I know it's not something I would walk over. Think like Stand By Me. Like walking over the fucking... Or is it Stand By Me? I think that's the movie where they're like running over the train bridge. But it's like fucking big railroad slats, and then there's like gaps in between them where, I mean, I might be able to fit between it. You'd be safe, but it could be it'd be a risky walk.
Oh, yeah. But, no, so they're going to walk on that. I don't know if they're meeting up with someone or what. There's no clear-cut answer. I think the trial, we may get some clear answers.
There's going to be a lot of stuff. They just found They found the two girls dead. They went missing. They found them dead. One of the girls had a picture on her phone of a video of a guy walking across the bridge at them. He was immediately pointed at by the police and everybody as a suspect. Like, we need to identify this guy. Nobody could identify him. A bunch of sketches went out. They changed the sketch 2 years in.
You kind of looked like one of them at one point.
I did. If I didn't look like him when the sketch came out.
God, I should have fucking put a tip in and be like, yo, you guys need to check this guy out.
It was, when that came out, I like went back and like looked at pictures from me during that time. And I was like, all right, dope. I had a fucking blue mohawk. Like, I'm not guilty. But no, the fucking all sorts of shit. There was this dude from Peru, Indiana that was talking to the girls with a fake Instagram account. It seems like he might have been doing some like child porn ring or sex trafficking type shit. There might have been a bunch of different people using this fake account. He was like in Delphi the day of, or his dad was. The gas station they supposedly stopped at, the FBI fucked up the surveillance tapes, so they weren't able to get any videos. There's all sorts of fuckery with the police fucking shit up. They ended up, said that they arrested a dude. Me and you went to the press conference in Delphi where they showed the first picture of him and announced that they had him.
I didn't think it was going to be a good time, but I didn't think it was going to be like as eerie and sad as that.
It was weird vibes.
Yeah, weird vibes.
I was fucking baked out of my mind.
I could have passed on going to that.
I'm glad we went, though.
Yeah, I am, but like, yeah.
If I would have known the vibes before we went, I wouldn't have gone.
Yeah, there's a dude next to us that had like a mic stand that you guys are sitting on. It's like a kind of a more formal looking mic stand. And then he put like an Android phone in it. And he has a tracksuit, the ones that like the parachute one. You go, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there like talking too much, telling his whole story. Like, oh, I traveled all the way from Chicago. I've been following this for years. Way too excited.
Do you remember the news anchor that flipped out on his producer?
No.
Were you not? Did you not see that? There was a news anchor, like a cameraman, and I think the cameraman was also like the producer guy. And they did like a take. And the fucking anchor, it was one of the grossest displays of fucking just shitty human being I've ever seen. He ripped into this guy. He's like, I'll fucking make sure you never work again, you piece of shit. You're fucking worthless. And then he turned around and there was like another news anchor guy that he knew. And he was like, hi, Bob, how are you? And it was just
I didn't see that.
It was one of the gnarliest fucking just gross fake things I'd ever seen.
Damn.
But no, we went to that. They have this guy. They said they found an unshot round with the girls' bodies that had been cycled through a gun.
That was his gun, allegedly, right?
They found the gun at his place. And they said that he like racked it with one in the chamber, shot one out. And apparently they can tell through like forensics the gun that it's been passed through. But I think there's a whole bunch of shit with that. People fucking.
And then also, like, I'm not trying to defend the dude at all, but like his property was like next to or like close to.
It was a walking distance.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's weird that the bullet was found there, but it's like if it's walking distance and he's out there, like he easily could have just dropped the fucking bullet.
Yeah, and like,
I mean, that's like my dumbass is thinking. So I'm like, I'm sure his lawyer could like think of that, and I don't know.
The first thing I thought of was that like you can. There's people that go to the gun range, get the casings, fucking get the lead, melt their own lead, fucking refill the gunpowder and repack it. So who's to say that he wasn't at the gun range shooting a bunch of rounds? Somebody came and swept him up, repacked it. And
I think he did it, but I don't know if they.
I do too. I think he at least had a hand in it.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea whether he was alone or not, but I think he did something wrong. But I think the fucking police have a responsibility to not fuck shit up as bad as they have.
Well, this is like easily the most high scale thing that this police department has even come close to dealing with. So they probably were not ready for this situation at all. I feel like when that stuff happens, like, all right, like we gotta lock the fuck in. Like we may not do shit by procedure because we're a small town. I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, this happened. It's like, all right, we need to fucking study up on the books, figure out how we need to do shit and everything. And it's like, how big that town is? Like
Delphi?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 2,500, 3,000 people maybe.
Small town. I mean, bigger than the town we grew up in, but fucking small town. We can fucking, you got to give us updates on that.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Opening statements and everything are tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. I'll do a drive through town and take some videos and send them to you.
Wild.
I'll take a fucking video of the courthouse and shit, and you can put it in the podcast if you want.
Oh yeah, I'd be down. Talking about police.
Fuck them.
Of Indiana. This is why I knew you'd like it because you're not a big supporter of them.
Yeah, I don't like people telling other people what to do. I think that's the worst thing that you could do.
Yeah, you should shut the fuck up.
2,961 is the
All
population of Delphi.
All right. Former Indiana Sheriff Jamie Knoll was a sheriff in Clark County. It's southeastern Indiana. Clark County has Clarksville, Charleston, New Washington, Henryville in it. It's right by, it borders Louisville.
Kentucky land.
Yeah, this is in Indiana, though. Sentenced to 15 years in prison. He was charged with 31 felonies. Found guilty of 27 of them. You know what this cocksucker was doing? He was stealing taxpayer dollars. He was buying his own cars, buying this, buying that. He had his own personal limousine.
What's his name?
Jamie Knoll.
How do you spell it?
Jamie. I think I spelled it wrong in here. I think it's IE and then Noel.
Okay. You guys should send, if anybody watches this, you guys should send him letters in jail.
Stop. Fucking, he would take people on duty and have them as his chauffeur driver. So like a fireman or EMS dude, take them off duty. So sometimes it'd leave like one person at the duty station to go deal with calls. It'd be his chauffeur driver. He also made it to where like non-emergency transportation, he made it a higher priority than 911 calls because they would make more money off of that. He had over 40 cars in his personal collection. He has to pay back, $3.1 million in public funds.
Good.
Yeah.
They should make him do it through slave labor.
Yeah. They're not a fan of this dude. Fucking piece of shit.
They should hang him.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. That's fucking Jamie Knoll, old sheriff in Indiana.
Or piss me off. I don't like hearing that. I do joke about hating the police, and it's not that I hate police officers. I just think that it's inherently wrong to tell somebody else what they should do, because you're assuming then that you know better than they do or you're smarter than them. And like, I think there's certain things that all human beings agree on. You shouldn't kill people. You shouldn't hurt people that aren't trying to hurt you. Like, you shouldn't take people's shit. But, like, outside of that, don't fucking tell me what to do, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. And I think cops are just an extension of fucking people telling people what to do. And I almost think it's worse, because it's not even they're enforcing their own ideas. It's just they're bitches of fucking people that sign their paychecks, and they're out enforcing their ideas. They might not even believe the reason that they're putting somebody in handcuffs. They're just doing it because daddy tells them to.
Yeah, that's just like the grand scheme of like politics, and like police has gotten very political. But like at first kind of being out, I feel like it was like, this is the law of the land, and like, hey, we need to kind of like have a checks and balances. And now it's kind of like, hey, these are our checks and we don't care about the balances.
Yeah, I think balances get checked if you kind of like,
if politics aren't involved in money and, hey,
yeah,
this person wants this way. If it was done the right way, but we live in a world that's not going to happen, so.
I'm going to continue to bitch about it, and people like Jamie Knoll are going to continue to take money out of my pocket and spend it on fucking Rolls Royces and Rolexes.
Yeah, well, he's got to pay that money back, and he's got sentenced to 15 years in prison, so.
It's good. I'm glad I
thought that was a good piece of Indiana news going on in our fucking world, so. I think that's going to end today's podcast, Sports Talk with Austin. It was a little bit of sports and a little bit of bullshit, but thanks for listening. And this was our guest, Kaiser.
Peace. Bye, guys.
All right, so on the screen you can see that there is the GOAT list that we have so far. It may be kind of small on there still. My bad. Still kind of working out some kinks and shit. But no, Joe Mauer, he's obviously number one. I didn't think I was going to get him off the rip. I did Google a good high school athletes. Joe Mauer was up there, and I did not. I heard he was a good high school athlete, but holy shit, guys. I can't find his record. I just put GOAT because a lot of his stats and game logs I cannot find. I'm still going to be on a search for him.
And I promise you, there will be a whole episode dedicated to that. I don't know if I'm gonna have to reach out to his high school or what, but I will get those one way or another. I'm not sure how to do it, but I will. I promise you guys that. No, so I put his averages up there. That the 20 points per game is obviously basketball. That's just the senior year. I can't find, like I said, it's hard to find stats on this guy. As good as he was, like, feel like they should be out there. I'm gonna find them. They are. Then I put it as slash line for baseball. I think I said college there, but I meant high school. Either way, and then a slash line for football as well. I added LeBron James. Football. I was talking to a buddy about it, and then he's like, "Hey, did you put football in there?" I'm like, "I didn't even think about that." This is an evolving series, so I need to go deeper. I need to do better on this. It is going to get better. I mean, this is the first two guys. This is, I think, going to be. Can I find a better high school athlete than Joe Mauer? And then I think I'm gonna have to debate him so much. I'm gonna like not be able to find one. I'm gonna like kind of have some bias towards him. But LeBron, he did have 103 catches, 2,065 yards, and 23 touchdowns. Kind of convenient. He stopped at 23. You know what I'm saying? Um, but he only played 2 years, his sophomore and his junior year, and then he quit because he's like, "Hey, young man, I can ball with the circle ball, not the football." So that's today's episode. I am going to be doing an episode strictly on the goat talk. Probably just take that out of the sports talk, and it's gonna be its own episode, its own segment, because I needed to go a lot more in detail what they're doing. I just needed to make it better, and I recognize that, and I'm gonna do that. So, thanks for joining. I tried to use a different software to upload some shit, get some stuff, and I paid for it. And then they're like, "Hey, you also, if you use our stuff, you have to pay for it. You get watermarks." And I don't want watermarks for my stuff, so I want the best stuff I can put out for you guys. And having watermarks on there is not it. So sorry for the late post on anybody that is watching. If you watched all the way through, I appreciate you deeply. Comment, and I'll definitely like talk to you guys. I definitely want to interact with the people listening out there. All right, yeah, you guys have a good night, and hopefully I get this up tonight. Peace.